Pick one of these 5 jewelry boxes right now. Just one. The one you choose will reveal your hidden feminine wound and the sacred path to healing it. This isn't just a personality test. This is about understanding the deepest pattern that's been holding you back from your full feminine power. Don't think. Just feel. Which one calls to you? Let's look at them. Jewelry box number 1. The vintage mother of pearl heirloom. Delicate, ornate, passed down through generations, lined with faded pink velvet. Number 2. The modern glass case. Clean, transparent, everything visible, nothing hidden. Number 3. The ornate locked treasure chest. Heavy wood, intricate carvings, brass lock with a key, mysterious and protected. Number 4. The simple handcrafted wooden box. Natural, warm, unpretentious, beautiful in its simplicity. Number 5. The empty crystal box. Pure crystal filled with light and rainbows. Completely empty, pure potential. Which one spoke to your soul? Which one made your heart respond? Lock in your choice right now. Remember the number. Your unconscious feminine wisdom has already chosen. Trust that instinct. Don't second guess it. Hold that number in your mind. Now, before I reveal what your choice means, understand this. Carl Jung discovered that we all carry wounds in what he called the collective unconscious. For women, there are specific feminine wounds that get passed down through generations, patterns of how feminine energy has been hurt, suppressed, or diminished. Your jewelry box isn't random. It's revealing which wound lives deepest in you and showing you the exact path to heal it. Let's discover what yours means. If you chose number 1, the vintage mother of pearl heirloom box, your hidden feminine wound is the inherited burden. You carry your mother's pain, your grandmother's sacrifices, generations of women who had to be small. You feel responsible for everyone's feelings. You smooth things over, remember birthdays, host holidays, make everyone comfortable even when you're exhausted. When you try to set boundaries, crushing guilt hits you like you're betraying something sacred. Here's the truth. You confuse love with self-sacrifice. You learn that being a good woman means diminishing yourself, that your value comes from how much you give, how little you need. Your grandmother learned women's needs don't matter. Your mother learned keeping peace means swallowing truth. Now you're carrying a burden that was never yours. But here's your power. You're not damaged, you're loyal. And true honor isn't continuing the suffering, it's healing it. Your gift is sacred, matriarchal wisdom. You can see patterns in bloodlines and transform them. You're not just healing yourself. You're healing your entire lineage backward and forward. Your path to healing? Start asking, is this my feeling or did I inherit this? Is this my belief or my mother's? Then slowly put down what isn't yours. You're breaking a generational curse. That's your sacred work. If you chose number 2, the modern glass case, your hidden feminine wound is enforced transparency. You've learned you have earned your right to exist by being completely open, completely available. Privacy feels like secrecy. Boundaries feel like walls. You overshare not because you want, but because you feel you have to prove you're trustworthy, authentic, that you have nothing to hide. You feel guilty having private thoughts. Somewhere early, you learned your inner world wasn't safe to keep to yourself. Maybe a parent demanded to know everything. Maybe someone accused you of being secretive when you had boundaries. So you protected yourself by being preemptively transparent. If everything's visible, no one can violate you by exposing you. But here's what Jung understood. The feminine soul needs hidden gardens, secret chambers, inner sanctuaries. Seeds need darkness. Transformation needs privacy. Your gift when you heal? Authentic intimacy. When you stop feeling obligated to share everything, your actual sharing becomes powerful. Your openness becomes a choice, a gift to people who've earned it. Your path to healing? Start practicing sacred secrecy. Keep a private journal. No one reads. Have thoughts you don't post. Experience moments you don't share. Notice the guilt. That's the wound talking. Truth is, you're allowed an inner world. You're allowed to be a mystery even to people who love you. Not everything precious should be on display. Some treasures are meant to be protected. That's not secrecy. That's wisdom. If you chose number 3, the ornate locked treasure chest, your hidden feminine wound is violated safety. You learned early the world isn't safe. People will take from you if you don't protect yourself. You have high walls. You're selective about who you let in. And even then, there are rooms they don't access, parts you keep locked. People call you guarded, mysterious, hard to know. The wound? Your feminine boundaries were violated. Maybe literally through abuse. Maybe subtly. Parents who didn't knock. Early experiences where your beauty led to unwanted attention. Where softness was seen as weakness. Where opening your heart meant getting hurt. So you learned to lock yourself away. And listen, this response makes perfect sense. Your psyche did what it needed to keep you safe. The locked chest isn't the problem. The problem is the world made it necessary. Your gift? Sacred sovereignty. You know your worth. You know your treasure. Access to your feminine essence is a privilege, not a right. You have standards, boundaries. In a world treating women as public property, your ability to stay locked, to protect your inner sanctum, this is queen energy that doesn't apologize. Your healing path? It's not about removing the lock. It's understanding you choose who receives a key. You can unlock for the right person in right conditions. And if they're unworthy, you can lock again. The key is yours. The treasure is yours. Start small. Find one trustworthy person who's proven themselves. Practice unlocking just one room. You're not that powerless girl anymore. You're the keeper of the treasure now. You hold the key. If you chose number 4, the simple handcrafted wooden box, your hidden feminine wound is diminished value. You learned your natural, authentic, unadorned self isn't enough. You need to be more polished, more impressive, more extraordinary to have value. You probably apologize for taking up space. You downplay your accomplishments. When someone compliments you, you deflect or point out flaws. You look at other women who seem more glamorous, more successful, more put together, and feel like you're too plain, too simple, too ordinary. The wound came from being compared, overlooked, told indirectly or directly that you weren't special enough. Maybe you had a sibling who got more attention. Maybe you grew up in a culture obsessing over a certain type of beauty you didn't match. Maybe you achieved things, but they were never celebrated like you needed. So you internalize this message that your natural self, just as you are, isn't impressive enough. But here's the truth Jung understood. The simple wooden box is not less valuable than the ornate one. It's differently valuable. Its beauty comes from authenticity, from being exactly what is without pretense. Your gift when you heal? Grounded feminine presence. You become the woman others feel safe around because you're real. You're not performing. You're not trying to impress. You're just genuinely you. And that gives other women permission to be genuine too. Your healing path? Start noticing when you diminish yourself and stop. When someone compliments you, say thank you, nothing else. Start celebrating your ordinary accomplishments. Made a good meal? Acknowledge it. Handled something well? Own it. Your value doesn't come from being extraordinary. It comes from being authentically you. That simple wooden box? It's sacred because someone made it with their hands, with care, with love. That's you. You're handcrafted by life itself. You're already whole. If you chose number 5, the empty crystal box filled with light, your hidden feminine wound is undefined identity. You learn to be whatever others needed you to be. You're the empty vessel, beautiful and clear, but constantly being filled with other people's expectations, other people's definitions of who you should be. You probably struggle to answer who are you really? What do you want? What's your purpose? Not because you're lost, but because you were taught your job was to reflect others, to be adaptable, to fit into whatever shape the situation required. Maybe you're the chameleon who can blend into any group. Maybe you're the people pleaser who becomes what makes others comfortable. You might even be good at this, successful at reading rooms and adjusting. But inside there's this aching emptiness, this feeling that you don't know who you are when no one's watching, when there's no role play. The wound came from not being seen for who you actually were. Maybe your parents projected their dreams onto you. Maybe your worth came from achieving what they wanted. Maybe love was conditional on being a certain way. So you learn to empty yourself out, to become the crystal vessel that holds whatever others pour in. But here's what's beautiful. The empty crystal box isn't actually empty. It's full of light. It's full of potential. It's full of infinite possibility. Your gift when you heal? Pure creative feminine essence. You're not actually empty, you're open. You're not actually undefined, you're unlimited. You contain all possibilities. Your healing path? Start filling yourself with your own choices. What do you like? Not what you should like. What do you actually like? What music do you listen to alone? What food do you eat when no one's watching? What makes you laugh? Start small. Make one choice daily that's purely yours, that serves no one's expectations but your own. The crystal box is already complete exactly as it is. You don't need to be filled by others. You're already full of light. You just need to remember that the light is yours. So which jewelry box did you choose? Did you recognize yourself in the wound? More importantly, can you see the gift waiting on the other side? Drop a comment below with your number and whether this resonated. And here's what I want you to remember. Your wound isn't your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. No one's coming to fix this for you, but you have everything you need inside you right now to begin. You're not broken. You're not damaged. You're a woman carrying a pattern that can be transformed. And when you heal your feminine wound, you don't just free yourself. You free every woman connected to you. That's sacred feminine work. That's your power. If this helped you see something you needed to see, share it with another woman who needs this message. We heal together. Until next time, remember, you're not building a life. You're reclaiming your soul.